So again, just to make sure everyone understands here, I'm not related to that nurse that worked at the Freemason nursing home called Moonby House. So I'm not related to Mark Rackley. My surname's not Rackley, and Amanda Lee Fleming, my twin sister's surname's not Rackley, and the behavioural characteristics of Daniel Rackley, Mark Rackley's son, who moved to Tamworth in 1995, has been projected onto me. I'd like to only say in the last 11 years since 2015, with that dirty little Abbo and his corrupt cousin, that dirty little Abbo from Brisbane, who's apparently the detective who gave it all the information to Rackley's and put it on me. I'm talking about the Aikenheads. Dirty little Brett Aikenhead. Little scumbag piece of Abbo shit. Entitled scumbags. My God, wouldn't it be great if we could go back in history and say, hey, whoa, stop. You're really going to let those savage animals walk off? A better idea is just to throw them off a cliff. Round the savage animals up, put them in chains, and throw them off a cliff. This is going to really fuck the country up in 200 years. That would have been a better... everyone else did. They deadbeat savage animals in 50,000 years. They invented the stick. No, wait. They invented a hollow tube that makes farting noises. Here we go. Meanwhile, 2,000 years ago, Romans invented underfloor heating, and you like your toilet, plumbing, running water. What did you savage animals invent? Oh, we got a hollow tube and we can make farting noises out of it. Oh, good for you. There we are. You're not going to tell me that they're human. Honest to fucking God, did we jump the gun in 1967? Fauna and flora is exactly what the Aboriginals truly are. Yeah, I'm not Aboriginal. Whoever started making it, I can guarantee it must be that dirtbag Brett Aikenhead. Who started this guy? Okay, his name's Brett Aikenhead. He doesn't know me. I purchased my dog from him. He's hanging around me like a bad smell. And I had to go visit my mother in Penrith at the races, and he's there. I'm like, oh well, you must come for the drive. I don't care because I was like this to strangers. Oh, come here, come there. It's like, do you know him? No, I just met him. And people are like, who's that person? I'm like, oh, I don't know. The name's Brett. It's like, how do you know him? I don't. Like, that's just me. Meeting strangers and giving them a ride somewhere. It's like, oh, maybe we should stop that now after what has happened in the last 11 years since 2015. So, my mum's maiden name's Purdy. Okay, so my family, I can tell you my family heritage here. So, Carol, my mother, okay, so her mother is Lola May Keegan. Her father is Reginald George Purdy. Okay, Lola May Keegan's parents is Mary Ann, middle name, Sayer, and Arthur William James Keegan. My grandfather, Reginald George Purdy's parents, is of course Lillian Steele and Keith, is it Charles? Keith Charles Purdy. Okay, I can tell you right through my history on both sides because I know what my family history and heritage is. This is my family. Okay, so the Fleming side's my dad's side. I'm not a Rackley, I'm a Fleming. Next minute, 2015, I introduced this Brett Aikenhead low-life piece of shit. Okay, we're down at the races in Penrith. So anyone who knows my family knows that they're involved in the racing industry. Whether it's gallopers, pacers, trotters. Okay, that's my whole family. Racing's part of their blood for hundreds of years. They came into Australia with racing horses. So anyway, Brett's hanging there. He's this dirtbag piece of Aboriginal shit from a real poor family, down and out family. He's got a deadbeat father, according to him. That's some loser that drinks so much he's got Alzheimer's. And his mother was a slut. He told me that his mother had sex with his father's fellow in a hotel room. She went, so screws around. I'm like, how does the son know this about the mother? That his mother slept with his father's friend. No, slept with his father, vomited because she was an alcoholic, went and brushed her teeth, and then slept with the father's friend. And he's there going, oh, the father's friend was saying how minty. I'm like, what? This is the stuff this Aboriginal was telling me. I'm like, how do you know who your mother has sex with? Let alone conversations that happened. This is a dirty, savage, animal Aboriginal behaviour. So I felt sorry for the dirtbag. I would never feel sorry for a person ever again. So he meets my mum and I leave him chatting. So we're there with the Muskets and people that know the Muskets like Julian Musket and so forth. And in Penrith in 2015, mum's there at the races. Anyway, So mum's Carol Purdy, Carol Ann Purdy. Purdy's her maiden name. Fleming's her first husband. Rackley's her second. Keegan's my grandmother's side of the family, and people know them for the racing industry as well. Next minute, about a week later, Brett's running around telling people that he's a Purdy, that he's related to my family. Creepy. I don't know the guy. He was telling people that I'm related to them. It's like, well, you're not. For starters, there's no Aboriginals in my family. It's like, I should have been a Purdy. I'm like, this is a bit nuts. Why should you have been a Purdy, Brett? Okay. Because my dad was adopted. I'm like, oh. After I'm there talking about my dad's father, Stanley Fleming, being adopted, he's there making these stories up. I'm like, your dad's adopted, was he, Brett? So your last name's not Aiken. He goes, no, it should be Purdy. I'm like, this guy's a fucking junkie. He's a junkie. He's an ice addict junkie, Aboriginal. Okay, who I only met in April 2015. There's a plaque up here that mum's cousin, who's also her adopted brother, you're going to find a lot of this. So, Raymond Purdy. So, you've got, Reginald George Purdy. Okay, that's my grandfather. His brother's Raymond Purdy, who died. So, Nan always said, Raymond Purdy, Senior, died the main street of King's Cross because they worked in King's Cross. So, Raymond Purdy Senior worked in King's Cross, and his son, Gary Purdy, who worked for Roger Rogerson, worked in King's Cross. Okay. His father, Raymond Purdy, died in King's Cross, but technically he died in Balmain Hospital. Okay. So there was some stories there's some family stories regarding to Pop's brother, Raymond Purdy. But the kids worked in King's Cross. Okay. So, you've got... So you want to go back to, say, mum's grandparents. Keith Charles Purdy. Lillian Minnie is Pop's mother's middle name, Minnie. Lillian Minnie Steele. Okay, that's mum's grandparents. Her father, Reginald George Purdy. Her uncle, Raymond Purdy. And her auntie, which is Valerie Purdy. Valerie Purdy also became an Evans. Okay, so this is all the family on my mum's side. Now, I don't know how many cousins and so forth that my mum had from Raymond, because there's the daughters that I don't know what happened to them. But Raymond Senior's son, Raymond Jr., okay, he became mum's brother, even though it's mum's cousin. So I grew up with Uncle Raymond Purdy. And so Uncle Ray would classify my nan Lola, Auntie Lol, as his mother, and Uncle Reg, so my grandfather, as his father. But technically, it's his uncle and auntie. There's a lot of this that goes on in my family. But we still grew up with Uncle Raymond, his wife, Cosette's children, Leanne and Jason Purdy. Okay, Mick Aiken is Leanne Purdy's husband. From her first husband, she don't know the second one. Anyway, Cosette and Uncle Raymond Purdy divorced. They were in Lennox Head. They divorced. He's married Kim, so it's Kim Purdy now. When Pop died in 2002, they were still in Ballina. So since a kid, Uncle Raymond has always had the family crest, or the Purdys. Going to Uncle Raymond's house, he had this beautiful crest of the Purdys, the information. So his father's a Purdy, my grandfather's a Purdy. So, mum's father. When Pop passed away, Kim said, who wants a copy of it? I said, I do. So I'll show you, because this is what I'm talking about, the family crest of my mum's father. And this came from Uncle Raymond. Why I'm bringing that up is because the insane Aboriginal, Brett Aikenhead, which told organisations a whole lot of bullshit in the last 11 years, but then he's an Aboriginal and we don't deal with Aboriginals in Australia, clearly. Savage animals still aren't held accountable. So I showed him this, because he seemed a bit lost, because he was telling people that his name was Purdy. And I was like, your name's Aikenhead. Okay. And he's a deadbeat nurse. He's a fucking weirdo. And I said, look, so I showed him the plaque, left it over his place. Can I have my plaque back, please? It's my family plaque. And he goes, technically, I'm a Purdy. I'm like, Brett, you're not a Purdy. Your last name, this is insane. My mum's a Purdy. My grandfather's a Purdy. You're an Aikenhead, mate. Okay, you are not related to my family. He told nurses this. He told police this. It's like, the guy's a fucking crystal meth user. And you guys, like, honest to God, because he's Abo, he's getting sit back getting away with this. Like, are you fucking kidding me, mate? So that plaque there came from, so Kim Purdy, I don't know what Kim's maiden name is, who's married to Mum's cousin Raymond Purdy, who's Mum's adopted brother. Okay, I got Uncle Ray. So, Leanne and Jason's father, that came from him in 2002. Okay, that's the plaque that came to do with the Purdy side of my family that Uncle Ray's had for a very long time. Everyone else has got as well. Brett tried to take that from me. This Brett Aikenhead, because to him, he's an Aboriginal. So what has the Aboriginals been? What has do-gooders fed Aboriginals from birth? The land was stolen. Everything stolen by white people. Okay. Now, so Brett's again. He even stole my name. Like, you're insane, Abbo. You're an insane Abbo. Mate, I paid $2,000 for a dog off this junkie. $2,000, and they're going, he stole the dog. I'm like, no, you're paid $2,000 for a dog. Like, this is something that we've inbred into the dirty Abos to behave like. And they're not going to stop until people start standing up to Aboriginals and going, you know what, mate, fuck off. Okay? You're a compensated? Fuck off, you fucking Abo scum. Sick of it. Okay? Tell the do-gooders to stop fucking pandering to these pieces of shit. Pull them by the scruff of the fucking neck and hold the fucking Abos accountable. There's fucking bullshit from the dirty little Abo cunt. Mate, I'm there, so over his place, my Uncle Tony Pincham rings, which is Dad's sister, so Aunt Linda Fleming's husband. And I always use the family's holiday house, 23 Bangalow Street, it's Long Beach, which is, of course, my grandparents' house. So I used it for holidays. I brought my dog up there with me, around April 2015, around April and June 2015. Staying up there a lot. Always used it. I had a shed full of furniture, tools, and so forth. Uncle Tony rings and says, Justin, you still got stuff at the holiday house? I'm like, yeah, I've got the furniture inside, like, because we all had our own stuff up there. I'm like, I've got a shed full of tools. All my tools are sitting up there. Why? He goes, we're selling. Like, they're selling the holiday house because they were moving down to Bowra. I'm like, oh, he goes, you better go up and get it because once we do the changeover, you won't be able to get your stuff out. So I was like, all right, it was late at night. I said, Brett, let's get a go-get van. Can you come and give me a hand? We drive up to the Central Coast. This Brett there is going, whose place is this? I'm like, it's my family's holiday house. Like, literally, I had my keys with a fob on it to turn the alarm system off. But, the place has got cameras all the way around it. Uncle Tony can see. I've got the keys to unlock to get inside to go get my shed key, which used to be in the little dish above the stove. So, like these. Like the little sort of above the stove, you get those little cabinets sitting up there where my key to my shed was. I'm unpacking my shed and Brett's going, whose stuff's this? I'm like, it's mine. It's my stuff. It's my tools. This is my family's holiday house. Next minute, the guy's in Sydney telling social and support workers and mental health workers because he's doing his little scumbag. He goes, he stole all this stuff from someone else's house, from someone's shed. I'm like, that's my family's. 23 Bangalow Street, it's Long Beach, is my grandparents' house and the Fleming side of my family's holiday house. It was sold at the end of 2015. All that belongings there is mine. This is the shit I've been putting up with since 2015. From a dirty Abo. Okay? This is the rubbish I've been putting up with. And I sit back and go, why would anyone believe an Aboriginal? All they do is lie. And they stop. But I'm on the bus on Wednesday, going down to get off there in Central to walk up to the Strawberry Hotel to meet Mum's cousin, the police officer, Brian Keegan. And this fucking Abo at the end of the bus, they stole our land, now we have to pay for a ticket. Your land's not stolen, you scummy little cunt. It's not your land to begin with. Okay? This ain't your fucking land. It's about time the do-gooders stop pandering to your fucking little cunts of Abos and set your pieces of shit savage animals straight. You're fucking lucky that we didn't kill the rest of yous. You scummy little cunts. This ain't your fucking land. It's about time do-gooders stop pandering to their rubbish and set the scumbags straight. Okay? And everything that you get came from white men. Everything. Okay? Including the money you get for your little Abo allowance is white people's money. Now, I'm not average. There's not one hair fracture of Abo in me. And I can tell you now, being even a 1% Abo in this country is like winning the Willy Wonka fucking gold ticket. to paving your way to have it paid for the rest of your fucking life because of the scummy little shit abos. So they might want to think that for the last 200 years, white man has paid for you. You've done nothing, you fucking scummy little savage animal cunt, except for lie, rob, and steal. You know, exactly like the pieces of shit that actually mugged and robbed not only myself, but November 30th, 2007, when there was a string of muggings down Devonshire, cut through Riley Street and got me on Cleveland Street, Surrey Hills. Yeah. Stop pandering to fuckwit cunts of abos. Because this is the shit that the rest of us have to put up with because of fucking do-gooders. Oh, there's much more to this story, and it's going to play out because I won't back down from 11 years of damages. In 2 countries where it's affected immigration and assets, belongings, savings, car, credibility, return to work, studies, pain and suffering, reckless endangerment to my health, over 200,000 in savings alone. There's that. And unpaid salary. So the government, you work it out because you owe me the money.